Whoa, everybody, welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. I have on location yet again some really interesting cards here. Both of them are stratagems. One I had sort of teased before, that I sort of showed but didn't show and didn't go over either, and it wasn't quite right, and I think this will fix that one a little bit. And again, okay, Dan and the guys with the Alpha Trion protocol put out like about a 12-minute video today, 12 or 19-minute video. Today is September 12th, 13th, Sunday, and Dan was talking about the meta and being very serious about the game, and we got to be careful what we do, and blah 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 blah. And because of y'all's input, we're making this stratagem a star card and a star count, and it's hard to take you seriously when you got a nice big Minnie Mouse ears in the background. But we know Dan. He's a great guy, and he knows what he's talking about. I don't. I really don't. I don't know, and I have said this time and time again, I don't know the game as well as y'all do. I don't get the meta. I understand the meta. I kind of ignore it. I have kind of ignored it and sort of just do what I can when I can. And I'm playing solo, guys. So it's hard to get the full concept of the game the way it's supposed to when you're playing it mano a mano. There's still some fun. There's still some satisfaction in trying to do it this way, unfortunately. And the one guy who I had the ability to try to play it with doesn't want to play it anymore. It was canceled. He has nothing to do with it anymore. Which just, what can you do? And so, me, myself, and I, to help push the game along in a direction that maybe it doesn't need to go, which is fine. You want to take some of my stuff, and again, I've said this time and time again, if you want to take some of my ideas, alter it, make it better, change the wording, whatever. I'm all for that. I've been doing this myself. Well, let's just go over this real quick because I have very limited time. I just put out on my Earth War team. It's been a weekend. Last week the dishwasher wasn't draining. I had to fix that. We finally got the dishwasher working. The van, the other car that my wife is driving today, it just needed a lot of work. It needed an oil change, the air filter. The main thing were the brakes. I was really concerned about because it's a minivan, and when you get momentum in that thing, it's hard to stop it very quickly. And I knew the brakes were going. The brakes hadn't been looked at in over 3 years, and you could feel it. And so we not only changed the brake pads, but we changed the rotors also. It was the first time for us. We got it right. We got it done. We did it ourselves. In total, with the oil change, it was just under $200 for us to do it ourselves. The oil, the air, like I said, the rotors and the brake pads for a van. And of course, we only did the front brakes. We didn't do the rear. But we changed out the rotor and brake pads on the front 2 tires. And it wasn't bad. I mean, my dad's over 70, but but we both, I mean, it took us both. Let's get back into this. Enough about me. More than meets the eye. I can't wait to I mean, I had a version of this that I was kind of playing around with, and I'll put it over here too if you want to screenshot it or whatever off your phone, like I do a lot. More than meets the eye. At the start of your turn, if you have a Decepticon in bot mode, flip them to alt mode if you can. Again, if it's something like a Battle Master or a Titan Master that's come off the head, they can't flip, so this isn't going to help you anymore, or help them when they're in the field, but it can help other Decepticons that can flip. And it doesn't mean you have to. Well, yeah, I guess it kind of does, since I used can instead of may, in parentheses no less. If at the start of your turn, so turn 1, this isn't going to work because they're already in alt mode. No one's in bot mode, so this isn't going to work the first turn. But it's for the whole game. So this is going to help, especially your older planes. It's going to help a lot of characters where a lot of abilities are triggered when you flip to bot mode. It might be a bit of a strong of a card. It is only for Decepticons. And originally I had this worded that after you attack, there was something along the lines of when you attack, if you attacked in bot mode, flip over to alt mode. Well, I was playing that and I'm like, this isn't working, because you want to flip from bot to alt at the start of your turn. So this gets you an extra flip. It is sort of the antithesis of regroup that I made for the Autobots, where you can flip 2 characters instead of 1 at the start of your turn, and that's also a stratagem for the Autobots. So in a sense, this is also countering that stratagem. I didn't even think about that till right now, but it makes sense. Is it strong? A little. But I think it's fun, and I'm just going for fun here, guys. I've almost created a whole different meta with these things, and I've been trying to try some out now. It's already over here, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Well, Wonko the Sane. I love this card. It's a scene from Beast Wars, and yes, I flipped the image because Black Arachne and Megatron are supposed to be on the opposite sides. Well, now it probably looks like it should because I've flipped my camera around, but Wonko the Sane. Like I said, I've been slowly watching Beast Wars again, and I thought, okay, and I just saw this episode, and it's the episode where Megatron takes Rhinox, makes him a Predacon. Oh, it feels like you're a 3 gig of memory on a 2 gig hard drive or whatever, at the very end, which is, kind of funny, really showing its age, only talking about 2 or 3 gigs. I mean, golly, I got 30 gig on my phone or more. But this stratagem, now I've thought kind of hard on this one, but not too hard. I was thinking, okay, Waspinator is supposed to be, he thinks he's Shrapnel, now Scrapnel. And I'm like, okay, well, let's look at Shrapnel's card from Wave 1. He was a 7-star character. Pretty strong abilities, too, for an Insecticon. On top of using him and Kickback and a few others, where Insecticons were just ruling the meta back then, from what I understood. So, Wonko the Sane. This stratagem, and I had this with Shrapnel in mind, and you will see him way up here on the top, but it doesn't have anything to do with him. You can use him if you want. This stratagem gives a 7-star Decepticon. So they do have to be a Decepticon. They do have to have 7 stars. It gives them Bold 2 and Brave. So they can flip 2 more in any mode. Alt mode, bot mode, doesn't matter. And they have to have Brave, so they're going to get the brunt of everything. I was just trying to think the craziest thing I could think of for a strategy, for a character to go through, because Waspinator was acting so loony at the end of this for almost no reason at all. The character also gains 3 health because we're giving him an extra star. So he's going from 7 stars to 8 stars. Well, I was looking at 8-star characters. We had an 8-star Ratchet who had 14 health, and I'm like, good grief. The 7-star Shrapnel I was looking at only had 7 health, despite his pretty good abilities. And one of them is if you KO one of your own Insecticons. I forgot the result you can do. And I'm thinking, boy, that's strong. And I never really had Shrapnel. I do have a Shrapnel now. I haven't had him long. Well, this year, but I haven't really looked at the Insecticons in forever. So this, not only is this stratagem going to give any 7-star Decepticon Bold, 2, and Brave, and 3 health, but it wipes out their abilities. So let's just take 7-star Shrapnel, for instance. He's going to have Brave. He's going to get Bold 2. He's going to go from a health of 7 to a health of 11. No, 10. I'm trying to remember what his health is. I thought it was 7. Well, then I guess it would go to 10. That's kind of the average for an 8-star character. The high end was about 14 for one character, which was Ratchet. The low end was like around 9 or 10. And so I tried to really bump the health up for a 7-star to 10. And there's a few 7-stars we have that does have 10 health, but not many. But the abilities are null for each mode. So they're gonna get some extra flipping power on attack. They're gonna get a little extra health to be able to take the Brave, but you can forget about their abilities. I was trying to come up with something as crazy as I could, because I was looking at the picture. I screenshotted the picture. I'm like, I got to do something with this. Something. What can we make this out of? And I was thinking of an action or upgrade or something. I'm like, it's going to have to be a stratagem. And so it's like, okay, it's got to be called Wonko the Sane, which was Ben Yee on his old webpage. And I was on there too. I forgot what if I was Twin Twist or Freeway or something like that back then. That was most of my usernames way back when. Golly. I don't want to... Golly, I'm still active on some stuff, so I better not say that too loud. But I thought these two were really neat. And they printed out very pretty. Very pretty indeed. And more than meets the eye, I forgot to flip. But I did add the little Decepticon symbol up here because I ran out of room on the top. But it is from episode 1, and it's the only time we see Soundwave actually transform on Cybertron, and he transforms into that pole camera looking thing as Wheeljack and Bumblebee are going in front of him, with the Energon they, I guess, stole, took, whatever. They look like fluorescent bulbs. I forgot about that a long time ago. But that's all I've got right now. Just 2 little stratagems, 2 ideas. And like I said, the Wonko the Sane, if you screenshot this and print it out yourself, try this out. I haven't even tried this yet, just to see how it would change the game, if it would do much at all. Make the character completely vanilla, give them a little more flipping power, bump up their health, and give them Brave. Like I said, I was just trying to be a little nuts, just because it's Wonko the Sane, but that's all I've got today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And somebody joined my Discord. cool friend of mine. And have a blessed day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. And we'll see you next time. And as always, why are there so many card games without Transformers?